Fleeing violence has become a daily challenge for millions of people in Haiti as gangs try to extend their control across the country. At least 70 people were killed in the town of Pont-Sondé in central Haiti by a gang known as Grand Cri, known for its cruel attacks on civilians.
The gangs arrived and killed people. There were a lot of victims.
The gang members reportedly set fire to at least 45 houses and 34 vehicles, forcing residents to flee their homes.
I have control of the situation at the moment. However, I caution people of the possibility of another attack. The police are in place and they told me they are ready to respond to another attack.
Since the killing of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse in 2021, Haiti has been in chaos, with gangs controlling over 80% of Haiti's capital. The United Nations has deployed an initial 400 men from Kenya as part of a multinational security control mission to assist the Haitian police. But for now, the MSS, as the mission is known, is underfunded and outgunned.
The Secretary General stresses the importance of the joint efforts undertaken by the Haitian National Police and the Multinational Security Support Mission. Those efforts need to be supported. Secretary General urgently appeals to all member states to ensure that the Multinational Security Support Mission receives the financial and the logistical assistance they need in order to succeed.
Haiti is struggling with violence and tens of thousands have been displaced. Half of the population is facing acute hunger, marking one of the highest rates of acute food insecurity in the world. People in the country are desperate for any type of assistance that for now is taking too long.
Hi guys, I'm B-Boy. Welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. Remember, if it's for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Okay guys, in today's clip we want to talk about the current situation that is happening in Haiti. We have all seen the gangs regaining their strength. They are launching new attack. They are shooting at people and killing them to a sad extent whereby they are even burning the people's house, and the people are feeling or asking themselves, is this mission that the Jamaican and Kenyan police failing apart? Because you have seen this gang regaining strength and the Haitian people are really crying out for help. They want their country to regain peace. So they are asking themselves, is this mission kinda impossible to the Jamaican and Kenyan police that were sent in there? Kindly have a look at this clip and then we'll come back for more discussion.
In the Caribbean country of Haiti, armed gangs have been terrorizing the population for years. They kill and torture, intentionally burn houses down, kidnap people for ransom, and it's forced hundreds of thousands of people to flee their homes. A UN-backed security mission led by Kenyan police has been working to stabilize the country, but it seems the gangs are regaining strength. A recent spate of attacks in the Haitian capital uprooted thousands of people in a matter of days. A UN helicopter was attacked by gangs. 2 airlines have suspended flights. The Haitian police say that gangs could soon take control of the entire city of Port-au-Prince.
Armored cars patrol trash-littered streets. This is what much of Haiti's capital looks like these days. Most residents left this area a long time ago. We're on the boundary of gang territory, and despite fierce battles, the police have been unable to restore safety. A street vendor tells us why she still comes here.
It's even more dangerous where I live, and I can't sell anything there. Here, I can make at least a little money to take care of my children.
We don't have time to get more of her story.
The gangs can appear at any moment. They're very dangerous.
So we drive on to meet people who have fled the violence. The UN says 700,000 displaced people are now living in makeshift shelters, like former theaters or abandoned government buildings. Immaculée Civil is one of them. She tells us about a day in August last year when she came home to find her house burned down. Inside were the charred remains of her husband and her mother.
I found their burned bodies and possessions. I could barely recognize them.
Trauma and fear made her move to a safer neighborhood, but she couldn't escape the danger. A few months later, gang members abducted Immacula on her way to work. What followed is difficult to listen to.
They kidnapped me. They beat me. They knocked some of my teeth out. They hit my head with an iron stick. They demanded $10,000 to release me. While they called my family for the money, they kept beating me. They also raped me.
She says her kidnappers tortured her every day.
I fainted a few times. At one point, I thought I'd die. When they kidnap you, they show you where they're going to put you. Those whose relatives don't pay have their limbs cut off and are thrown into a hole to die. It's a large hole, the size of a swimming pool.
How many dead bodies she saw in that hole, she doesn't know. But she remembers that some had their legs chopped off, some their arms. She also saw people being burned alive. Her family begged her kidnappers not to kill her. And after 1.5 months, they were able to raise and pay part of the requested ransom. After receiving the money, the kidnappers threw Immacula onto the street. Her family found her weak in a pile of garbage. She still feels pain in her body and can't forget what she saw.
I don't have hope anymore. I always see dead people in the streets. It affects me a lot. I would like to live in a peaceful place.
Immacula says she survived hell and would leave Haiti immediately if she could afford it. Just a few kilometers from here, entire neighborhoods are still controlled by gangs, like the one that kidnapped her.
Diego Durin is a Haiti analyst with the International Crisis Group. He's based in Mexico. Diego, it's good to have you with us. The security mission led by Kenyan police, has it been a complete failure?
Well, it hasn't played out as it was expected. The mission was authorized by the Security Council about a year ago, and it was expected that at this point, the mission would have around 2,500 police officers trying to support the police to regain the upper hand against the gangs. But there has been many things that have been hampering the right deployment of the officers. Right now, there are only around 400 police officers in Port-au-Prince from the security mission. So the mission is really understaffed, under-equipped, and it doesn't have enough means to really implement its mandate in Haiti.
Well, why is that? Why does it have such a shortage of manpower, and why is there a shortage of equipment?
Well, this is not a UN mission, so it is not financed by assessed contributions as other peacekeeping operations that have been in Haiti. The main financial backer for now is the United States, who has contributed over $300 million for the mission. That has been mainly used to construct the operational base of the mission, to vet the officers and train the officers that have been deployed. But other countries haven't stepped up, despite many calls, for example, at the recent General Assembly high-level meetings.
The UN, though, hasn't taken that step to send in a peacekeeping mission. I mean, it's obvious that what is being done is not working.
Well, it was discussed as some of the options that were on the table, but it was somehow the last resort option, because in Haiti there was a UN peacekeeping mission called MINUSTA between 2004 and 2017 that did achieve to reduce the violence in the country. But it also was many peacekeepers committed crimes, were involved in sexual abuses. They introduced cholera in 2010. So there were many scandals that made Haitians to be reluctant to have another peacekeeping UN peacekeeping operation. So that's why this multinational force led by Kenya was.
Now, the number of Haitians facing acute hunger has now reached half the population. The country is dealing with political instability and the ongoing fallout from a surge in gang violence early this year. More than 5 million people are struggling to feed themselves and their families.
The gangs forced us out. I lost my parents, my mother and father. The gangs burned them alive in the house, and now we can't go back. We're here in this camp.
They've lost their ability to make money. So we see very many people who are living in sites for displaced people within the capital who are in a situation which is considered to be the most severe situation in terms of food insecurity. It's level 5, a catastrophic level of food insecurity.
Well, despite the hunger crisis and gang violence in Haiti, authorities in neighboring Dominican Republic are planning to deport up to 10,000 undocumented Haitian migrants each week. New detention centers have been built to process deportees in several eastern provinces. The Dominican Republic has already deported more than 70,000 Haitians this year. Let's take a wider look at the crisis unfolding in Haiti. Nearly 5.5 million people face chronic hunger, making Haitians one of the poorest proportions of acutely food insecure people in any crisis worldwide. Well, out of these, 2 million are facing emergency levels of hunger, and at least 6,000 now live in temporary shelters after fleeing their homes. Violent attacks and fighting linked to gangs are on the rise, with the number of internally displaced Haitians nearly doubling to more than 700,000 in the past 6 months. More than half of them are children.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I hope you have watched the full clip, and I myself looking at this clip, in my own opinion, that the power to shape our future or our countries, it's just in our own hand. I have realized that look at the potential we have as black people, all these resources we have. And I can take just an example of a country like Burkina Faso or Botswana. Look at how they have transformed through working very hard and having strong leadership. Their leaders making their people to believe in this, in themselves, whereby their leaders, they are not allowing any corruption system in their government, whereby their people have stand strong together and work together as one. They have worked tirelessly to build their countries, not just for themselves but for their future generation. So it's high time our people to stand together, strong as one, support each other, and invest in our own countries, and let us not let other nations benefit from our resources, whereby if they benefit from their resources, our local people or our people from our own country will be struggling. Look at a country like Haiti, how these people are struggling, and let us really invest in our own country. And if we stand this together as one, we will build our nation and stop this cycle whereby our other nations are just benefiting from our resources. We have seen how Asians people are really struggling. They are really crying out for help. We have seen how gangs are terrorizing the street in Asia, in Port-au-Prince, whereby they want just to take over the country. We have seen how these people, how women, how small children are being raped in Haiti. These people are really crying out for help, and a lot of people are asking themselves, is this mission failing? Whereby the Jamaican and Kenyan soldiers are in Haiti trying to stabilize the economy of the Haiti. But we have seen gangs launching new attacks, coming out with new strategy, outsmarting our Kenyan Jamaican police and other local police of Haiti. And it's high time for these people to rise up, join their hands together, and they stop this fight. We believe Haitian country it can regain its peace once again if all these people can come together and agree on one thing. You know, it's not a good thing brothers fighting against their own brothers. Haitian people killing their own brothers. Jamaican and Kenyan police going to fight against their own brothers. It's not a good thing. What they can really do is just to sit down, agree on one thing, whether this war should stop, because these people are the ones suffering. The local people in Haiti are really struggling. We have seen how these people are really crying out for help, and it's so sad to see how people are being kidnapped and their family being charged a lot of money so that they can get their own members. We have all seen how Haitian people are really struggling out to get some food. There is food insufficient food supply in Haiti, hunger, and a lot of people are really dying in Haiti, and it's really high time these things will change. We know this mission, the UN doesn't support it. There's a lot of small countries that are really supporting it, whereby this Jamaican country and Kenyan country, and other countries will join soon. But what we are really praying is for the Haitian country to gain its peace, our Jamaican and Kenyan soldiers in there to be at safe place, to be at peace. No longer people are saying this kind of mission impossible, and this mission is failing because this gang are launching new attack. People in Haiti are suffering, and we have all seen people going to other countries, to neighboring countries, to flee for their own safety. And it's really high time the Haitian country to gain its peace. Jimmy Barbecue should have a dialogue with other people. We all believe war is man-made. If war is man-made, it means it can be stopped. And it's not a good thing seeing our own brothers fighting against one another, our own brothers killing one another. In Haiti, we want this country to gain peace. There's no peace in Haiti at all. The children are not going to school. The people even, there is lack of job, and this is the reason why Haiti is the poorest country in the world. These are some of the reasons. And Jimmy Barbecue believes that he's not fighting. He's not fighting or killing people. What he's doing just is fighting for the freedom of its country, the freedom of the Haitian country. He wants its country to regain what they have lost. He wants his country to have access to all its natural resources. And this is the reason why Jimmy Barbecue is fighting. But other people are saying that enough is enough. The Haitian people have really suffered a lot. They have seen a lot, and they have gone a lot of traumas. We have all seen how women are being raped, how children are being abused. People are just really crying out for help, and it's really high time this war should stop. And we should join our hands together to pray for our Haitian brothers and sisters and the children from there, so that at least this country can gain its peace. Haitian country, I believe, is a black nation. It's a country made of black. And black country or black people have peace. They don't fight against one another. What they do is just sit down and they agree on one thing. So guys, let us pray together and support our country, Haiti, to gain its peace. We want our local people from other countries to go visit and see what is in Haiti. But due to current situation, there's no anyone who can't go to visit to Haiti because he or she can be kidnapped. He or she can be killed or shot dead. This is the reason why people can't visit to Haiti. But we are really praying this country to gain peace, so that this country can be visited by like other countries that are being doing. We want visitors to go to Haiti. We want tourists to go and exploit what is really going in Haiti. We believe Haiti country is a beautiful country if this war can be stopped. It has good natural resources. It has its own beaches whereby a lot of tourists can really visit and enjoy the view, the sceneries in Haiti. But due to this fight, a lot of people are really being afraid to go in there. And this is the reason why it's really destroying the economy of Haiti, because if tourists can't go to your country, it means that your economy will be poor. There will be no any income in your country. There will be no any job opportunities. There will be insufficient food in supply. Hospital in Haiti, a lot of hospitals are being closed. If you are being shot or being injured, there's no anywhere you can go to treated. Only few hospitals are operating. So it's really high time for this country to gain peace. We are really praying for it to gain its own peace. And may God bless them and grant them peace. So guys, if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time.